Welcome back, I am Onigato, and this is Dwarf Fortress tutorial. I've made a couple of small changes since we were last here. Nothing too spectacular. Our noble now actually has all of his requests finally. That upgraded his throne room to an opulent, great bedroom and grand dining room, so yay. Military is in place, but not really doing a whole lot yet. Mainly because, well, I still don't have most of the equipment. Even the militia commander doesn't have most of his equipment. A couple of cloaks, some of his hoods, both of his trousers, his mittens, and his socks. Does not even have his shoes yet. So that's inconvenient. Nobody else has anything else equipment-wise. So that's inconvenient. We are getting a little bit further along in our exploratory mining. Have not really found anything good. Some gems and some such, but not a lot of anything really useful. Galena, more galena, some slate. But then again, it hasn't gone very far either. So we'll see what that does eventually. Okay, go back up to wherever I was. There we are. We are getting a little bit. No, that's there we are. We do have some bedrooms now dug out. I'm smoothing these out so that we can get high quality bedrooms. We'll put 4 beds to a room and declare 4 individual bedrooms. Let's see what else we have here. Dining room is complete and is basically a really nice dining room, in fact. Let's go to therapist here. As you can see, dined in a legendary dining room recently. Everybody's dining in legendary dining rooms, which is kind of cool. I am getting this area here turned into a danger room, or at least I will be. I goofed and I put that there. I'm going to put 4 statues in. Anybody who's in the danger room is going to be very happy because of the statues. I'm also going to smooth this entire room out so that they're happy about that too. Let's see, out here, most everything is set up. I never really talked about what I'm doing here. This is a long corridor, and if I'm not mistaken, this is I can't remember if this bridge rises or just retracts. I'm pretty sure it rises, and it rises towards here, turning that into a solid wall. No, it would have to rise this way, because directly below it is an open space designed to knock any intruders outside. I'm putting chains here and here. These are going to have a pair of dogs, one on each chain. If you have them set up like this, the furthest away the dogs can ever be is 3 squares, which means at any given time they will be able to see all of the squares here, meaning that you can never have anything sneak in here. Stupid goblin sneak thieves, or goblin snatchers and kobold thieves, no chance of getting in. I have not really set up this area here on the upper level for floors yet. This is a project that is coming, but we have finished walling off this wall here. So now when the rains come, it fills up these, but it doesn't actually cause flooding and all sorts of graphical problems. I'm going to extend this wall out to here. Same with this wall. This wall will actually extend all the way to here. And when it is done, it's just going to basically enclose. I'll put another wall over here, and then I'll put a wall across here. And what that'll do is, even further up, I will roof this entire area here. And that'll give me a nice little enclosed area for my animals to live in. Well, my grazing animals anyways. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Let's see, my woodcutters are still cutting wood. They've secured a pretty significant swath. This is going to be a pretty bad hit to my frame rate as I'm going along, but we've already established that. Paused right now, so no worries there. And really, that's about everything right now. I do want to make sure. Yes, okay. So I actually had to make some modifications. I actually had to put some. Well, let's stop that flashing because that's driving me crazy, and it's going to be driving you even worse. I had to make some modifications right here. Put down some floors, because it turned out that the wagons couldn't even approach my trade depot, which is bad, because without wagons coming in, we get less than half of the stuff that we really needed. So, modified it a little bit. Now we've got floor here, and the wagons can just come right up and in, which is good. Wagons need a 3-wide passage to go basically anywhere. Regular traders could come in, but, well, regular traders don't carry as much stuff. Let's see, is there anything else going on right now? Not right now, honestly. We've got cistern is nice and full. It set itself off a couple of times, and that was causing frame rate drops and similar things. So I closed the upper portion here, and now this is just a secondary micro cistern in case this ever, I don't know, somehow manages to freeze over, which it hasn't done so far. I did realize that with this like this open here, this is never going to drain away. No matter if I open this up and just drain it, this area is just going to be full. So what I'll probably end up doing is coming in here and just putting down a second wall as I dig around and get to this point. Just put a wall here and ignore it permanently. Let's see, anything else of note going on? Not really. I don't think I have anybody with a mood. Actually, let's take a look at jobs instead. It has been a little while since I've actually looked at anything in here. So, yeah, just have to refamiliarize myself for a little bit. I did see on the forums that there was a suggestion that I pick up a couple of the graphics packs. I've broke down, picked up a Lazy Noob pack, and was looking at it. I enjoy some aspects of the Lazy Noob pack, now that I've actually used one, but the graphics packs really aren't for me. Iron Hand is a pretty good one. I like it until it starts to glitch, which unfortunately it tends to start glitching after about 2 hours, which is annoying to me. And that was the big reason why I couldn't use any of the graphics packs before, is that sure, they're great for, you know, a certain amount of time, but then the glitches just start adding up, and well, when this text here or the text in here starts becoming either empty, missing letters, or got the wrong symbols involved, it becomes unusable to me. So some people might not find that to be too big of a deal. It really drives me crazy, so I couldn't use it anymore. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be using a lazy noob pack, just because I found that DF hack is so very useful. Not even for cheatery stuff, but for basic stuff like there's a function in DF hack that's called show mood. You get a dwarf that's having a mood, and it tells you exactly what mood he's looking for, what workshop he's looking for, what he's needing in the terms of materials, and exactly how much, which is really useful. There's also some features where you can go in and automatically just set it up to suspend jobs and that kind of thing. So it's really useful. Alright, what did you just see? Okay. So I have some dwarves that aren't happy with me right now. That's fine. When I get this area walled in and then roofed over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out this here and then just open it up here. Probably just put a door like right there to give my dwarves complete and utter internal only access to this area, because I don't need external access to it. I just need dwarves to be able to get to it in some way or other. Let's see here. As you can see, my frame rate is again down into the teens. A lot of that has to do with the fact that it is currently raining again, and I'm getting flow patterns in here and a couple other places. Unfortunately, this is like evaporating faster than it's building up, so it's really causing flow issues. Let's see, do I have any other places where I can fix some of that? Well, one thing I could do is just cut down on the number of gather jobs. And quite frankly, I really don't need the gather jobs anymore, but I do need... I have discovered that I absolutely need the lumber cutters, because for now I have not found any bituminous coal, I have not found any lignite or anything else I can turn into charcoal, which is bad. It means I have to be running my wood burners constantly, my wood furnace constantly, in order to be able to keep up with demand at the smelter. But we are getting steel put together, so yay. Let's see. I also made the discovery that bins will not store lumber or stone of any kind. They will store gems, rough gems or completed gems, doesn't matter. And they will also store bars of various types. You can see here, this one's storing iron, this one's storing more iron and some pig iron. Oh, see, I got some steel bars. Yeah. Which is useful. I want to convert all these iron bars into pig iron bars, and then I'll repeat the process, turning them all into steel. Don't have nearly enough charcoal or coke, but that's okay. Let's see here. Yay for another baby. Okay. Oh, that's nice. So I'm going to put you guys on pause, keep familiarizing myself with the environment a little bit, and let you know if anything funky happens. A lot of what we're going to be doing from here out is this is going to be starting to convert over to the Let's Play. I've covered most of the major things, most industries, most of the various aspects like military and nobility and stuff like that. And if anything happens, then I'll let you know. I'll also show you my danger room when I finish that, actually. Oops, wrong way. Alright. Just realized I wanted to make 4 of these. There we go. And I wanted to use a skilled craftsman to do so. Let's see, what else? Training spears, they're still making a bunch. Bins, they're still making a bunch. Rock crafts. I do have rock crafts now so that I can actually go through and do some trading, which I haven't been able to do very much of. So that's good. And other than that, the fortress is running along. It's moving at its own pace. It is basically stable. We have 132 dwarves in the fortress. Nobody's asked for a name yet. We are barely keeping ahead on alcohol. Our artifacts are starting to get us up in the way of created wealth. I am probably going to be expecting to see some goblins showing up here in the not too near future. Would not be surprised to see them fairly soon, though. For the most part, the fortress is healthy. You got some tired, thirsty, and hungry people, but not too bad. And that's it. Yeah, no injuries. No criminal cases. If we failed a mandate from a noble, there would be more criminal cases, but there really aren't. So, but other than that, yeah, right now we're in a holding pattern. We're kind of going through, taking a look at different things, and everything's running pretty effectively right now. Nothing too special. We still have the effective mega project that we'll be working on here, which is to get water from the river over here, and then put down a spigot down here. Still haven't forgotten it. It's still on the list. It's just on the long list. So let me take a look at this. Oh yes, I did get a second still installed, so that we can try to get ahead on some of this alcohol issue. Wait, do I not have... barrels, buckets, flasks, tools, here we are. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for then. Maybe it is under barrels. No, that's not under barrels. Bins? No. Where are my... Not under stones, that's for sure. Logs. Oh yeah, still don't have any silk. This is going to be a problem if anybody needs silk. Traded for some hides at some point. Where are... I guess I have some buckets of water hanging around somewhere. I am wondering where the... Okay, that's... wool. No. Bracelets, earrings, crowns, scepters, figurines, musical tools. Oh, there we are. Pots. Okay. No, those are not. Those are pots. Are those what I'm looking for? Oh, yes, they are. Okay, they're the pots I'm looking for. I have a couple of empty pots, it looks like. Okay, so should be able to do that just fine. Okay. So I am going to actually pause you guys, and we're going to see what happens here in the next little bit. Okay, welcome back again. So, just completed some trade with some elves. Damn elves. Should probably just kill them and get it over with. But, I do need to trade with them. Oh well. Picked up some cloth bins. So, full of cloth. All rope reed fiber cloth, but that's fine. Whole bunch of different logs that, honestly, let's face it, I really didn't need the logs, but it's good to have the spares anyways. Some whipvine seeds, some ropeweed seeds. I didn't really need them, but picked them up anyways because it was convenient. And wait a minute, why do I have? Okay. Oh, not again. Great. Alright, they're getting enraged again. I'll be glad when I have walls up and I don't have to deal with that anymore. Elves are pretty much done at this point. They'll leave and I'll just, be good to go. Not a whole lot otherwise. Just kind of wanted to let you know what was going on. Did make some alterations to how nobility runs. Leader is going to be a lot more accessible to his dwarves at this point. He is our broker because he's good at it, and I'll let him there. But I did make Doc our manager and bookkeeper, because Doc, I mean, he's a legendary +5 miner, but let's face it, Doc really needs to be focusing on other things at this point. I have lots of dwarves that can mine, and mine quite well, thank you. So, I wanted to make sure that Leader was basically available constantly. Oh look, they're finally coming up here to mine. About time. Okay, so they're mining that out there. Okay. Putting in the statues in the danger room. I'll end up putting one in each corner, like I said, just so they have something really high quality to stare at while they're getting the ever-living daylights beat out of them. And then legendary. Let's make it even more so. 4 statues in each of the corners of the dining room. There we go. Now, I've gotten a good chunk of the new bedroom section detailed out. Should probably designate more people towards that, but whatever. They'll take care of it eventually. And they'll get really good skills off of it anyways. Let's see. Other than that, not a whole lot else going on. I still have him making me rock crafts eventually. I did set him up to build me 9 rock pots, just in case I started running low. Didn't think I was, but just in case. I don't know that I have a wood crafter going right now, honestly. And I really do need to get... While I'm thinking about it, I have a loom. I need to... Yeah, I need to clothiers. I might as well. Actually, double job. That way. Let's see, cloth. BD. There we go. There. Now we have some more stuff set aside. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about just checking. Let me see here. Sweet pods, prickleberries, wild strawberries, ratweed, fisher berries, weeds, whipvines. You can see I'm getting some pretty decent alcohol stocks. I'm not really keeping ahead, but I am moving through, so that's not too bad. Actually, I want to turn cooking off on all of my alcohol for now because I need that stored aside. I get the sneaking suspicion my 3 stills aren't all running. I got, looks like 2 stills running, but not this one. So why do I even have that building? I don't know. I should just remove it. When my diggers get up here, I'm going to turn that area here into a kitchen, I think. But in the meantime, oh right, because they have orders to just dump everything, they can't. Right, should have held off on those dump orders for a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to do this. plant gatherers aren't gathering anything that I don't already have. So why bother with them, right? Now I am going to keep the tree cutters cutting down trees. Because quite frankly, I still need that. And hopefully that'll help my FPS just a little bit. Well, once my plant gatherers are all stopped being outside anyways. But does look like we are set again for now. Actually, I think I still have my plant gatherers gathering plants, just in a different area. Yep, still gathering plants from here. But it reduced the area they're gathering plants in, so they'll gather those and be done. I think that's it for right now. See you guys in a little while. Okay. So for the most part, I'm at the point of just basically running cycles and not doing a whole lot else. My FPS thing hasn't really improved. My miners are still mining, which is good, as you can see, but they're not really finding anything different yet. Hopefully, I'll strike something different over in this area. We can hope. Might not. No way of telling. For the most part, just straight up, well, boring. The game is running on its own at this point. The fortress effectively is at the point where I could order everybody inside, seal the front door, and just run. And not really anything going on special there. I am getting the floor in place, or the ceiling, or floor. It'll be the floor eventually when I have this all set up for archers. Because I'll put fortifications across there. And oh, look at that, just in time for you guys. Well, let's run some cycles and see what these migrants give me. Let's see, 2 good migrants. 3 useful migrants. Well, moderately useful. I'd have to guess, I'd say that's probably a rabbit. Which is, in a word, bloody useless. That's probably a reindeer. There. That's a dude. That's a dude. That looks like a kid. And his... not sure if that's a goat or a gooseling. Goslin. Whatever it is, it's killing my frame rate. Probably another pet rabbit. And judging by how far this guy is from the edge, and the fact that I'm not getting anybody else to show up, I'd say that's probably that. So let's see if we've got any more. Okay, we've got a Keat. And, like I thought, 2 new bunnies. One of which is actually a pet. Alright, a reindeer calf, like I thought. And otherwise, a lot of useless. Alright, let's see what we've got. Alright, read the dwarves. New wave. 8 dwarves. Nothing spectacular there. Another woodman. Yeah, 2 woodsmen. Soap maker. Yeah, I don't really care about soap, but actually, another furnace operator is going to be useful. Stone crafter, wood carver. Turn off his stone crafting, he doesn't really need it. Gemmers, don't really need them, but actually no. Yeah. That's another soap maker. Actually, no, not another farmer, but another plant gatherer, yes. Okay, you can cut down trees. You can do that. You're cutting down trees, you're cutting down trees. Burning wood. I need at least 2 wood burners, that way I constantly have somebody burning wood for me. Okay. Making me charcoal and such. Show you what little bit of stuff we've done. Told you about the elves. Traded with them. Got some decent stuff off of them. Not a lot, but a little bit of decent stuff. I've put in some of the traps. I haven't put in the lever yet, which means the traps are just all in the up position. And not really trappy right now. Unless somebody fell on them from, really high up, but nobody's going to fall on them from really high up. Down here, I've got some cloth weavers, so I can make some clothes, and I've got some leather workers, so that I can, make leather stuff. Yeah. I also put in a bunch of jobs for people to make, leather cloaks, because I'm going to need 60 leather cloaks for my military. Leather hoods, I am going to need, I think, 60 leather hoods, honestly, for my military, because leather is better than cloth in that case. Leather mittens, and a whole bunch of cloth, clothes. Some backpacks, and some quivers, and that kind of thing. Just for those people who don't have them yet. So I'm getting some of the basics in place for my military. Now, I have no illusions about all of this going to the military, but a fair amount of it is going to. Speaking of military, let's take a look at the equipment. He's down to actually only one cloak. Joy. And since he's the first in the group, he's up to 2 hoods. Still has his trousers and his mittens and his socks. This guy doesn't even have trousers. I mean, really. Running around without trousers on. Joy. Well, this is why I have people doing, these projects. Or at least they will be when they actually get down here and start working on them. As you can see from here, this area is almost out of charcoal, which would kill my pig iron manufacturing, which is why I now have, as of the new migrant wave, 2 dedicated wood burners, one of which has absolutely no other jobs. I mean, it doesn't even have hauling or cleaning, just has no other jobs of any kind. He's still making me rock crafts for trade purposes. This carpenter's workshop has been, I've added bed making to the bin making. Still need a lot of bins, but we need some extra beds now too. Okay. I'm going to change workshops, auto loom, all thread. Got enough secondary thread now that I'm not worried about it. A craft dwarf shop, I haven't seen much activity in there in a while, mainly because all the craft dwarfs that could be working on it kind of busy doing that stuff. So, yeah. Showed you my exploratories. Right. And like I said, at this point we're basically in a holding pattern, just kind of waiting to see what happens when and where. This floor area is made out of blocks that I've been carving for a while, and they've almost finished the area over passageway. Once we've got the floor in, we'll put some additional walls up across here, and once we've got all of that in, we'll be able to convert these walls into fortifications for the most part, especially across here. Probably dig a ditch of some sort across here and here for the most part. Anything that can get right up against your fortifications can shoot through your fortifications. This includes your own guys, which is, a good thing for your guys, but for your enemies, you don't want them getting that close. So we'll do something to keep them out. Alright, let's see, is there anything else right now other than the frame rate has been terrible? Oh yeah, a goblin snatcher came in and did manage to grab himself a kid. Kind of surprised, but he got the kid outside of the gates, so kid's fault. The kid's parents are obviously not very happy, but what you gonna do? They should have kept a better eye on their kid. Chickens and geese, the chicks and the goslings have all, for the most part, grown up and are now, well, full-grown chickens and geese. Let's see, did they claim these? Or are they just standing on them? They're just standing on them. 2 breweries are getting us ahead. Not sure how they'll react to the fact that there are now more people in the facility, but they're getting us ahead. I probably need more bags to deal with the influx of seeds, but that's, they're fine for now. My diggers have been digging fervently away. You can kind of see where they've cut all of this out recently. And I think that's it. Nobody's gone mad, nobody's had a mood or anything like that. Haven't really found anything special. It's just dig, dig, dig. We'll figure out if we can find any bituminous coal or anything like that. So I think today is actually going to be one of the shortest videos, but I'll get this up, and I'm probably going to run a little bit of time, just me running time without the video running in the background. But you guys have a very good one.